Hey, it's Tom from Tom's Toons. This right here is a 20-foot Bennington 2004 model year. Came to us from Columbus, Ohio, the 6-hour jog north for them. This boat is kind of unique. He had to purchase the boat in order to get his slip at the marina. He stuck with this boat and he brought it to us to make it work better for him. It's a nice fishing style cruise boat, but it's just been left out to the elements, all mildewy, moldy. We'll show you what it looks like on the inside too. We're getting rid of these anchor winches. These are MinnKota anchor winches. There's 2 of them. We're going with an iPilot MinnKota trolling motor. That will have anchor mode. It'll be just fine on this boat and on that waterway. It's just got a 9.9 horse. That's the maximum on that lake. So we're gonna keep that. It's a nice little 4-stroke. And then let's show you on the inside what it looks like now, and we'll talk about what we're gonna do. As you can see, this is a fishing style setup. We've got a couple fishing seats up front on pedestals. Nice comfy seats, but this is what happens when we have this heavyweight carpet and your boat is left covered for the majority of its life. We're just gonna get the mildew, the mold on the seats. Some of this will clean off, some of it will not. So let's play it safe. We're going with all new seating, premium seating from pontoonstuff.com. It's getting new railings, so this will all look completely different. We'll have more of a front deck space versus being pushed all the way to the front. We'll get rid of some seats they don't need. We'll have some fishing seats they do need. This console's going. We're gonna go with a large helm. It'll still have this L couch, this lounger, but the big change is we're getting rid of all of this space back here that he doesn't need. We'll do sort of a box or table in the back that's gonna cover the gas tank and give him a working surface for his tackle box and stuff. But all of this is going. It's gonna look completely different. All new everything, vinyl floor, because look at the moss starting to grow, the green mildew. That stuff's nasty. This boat's been in my shop. There's fans in the ceiling, it's warm in here. It's been in here for about 4 days now. And I just knelt down to start working on the console and my knees are wet. This stuff's soaked, and that's why these seats get all mildewy and moldy. So vinyl floor is gonna let everything breathe better under the railings. It's gonna keep things dry. It's gonna keep things from getting moldy over time. That's just one more perk for vinyl. But that's what it looks like now. We're gonna get into it, and this 2004 Bennington is gonna look a lot nicer when we're done with it. Step 1, remove the seats. Step 2, remove the railings. This is one of those railings where the hardware is on the inside. So somebody has to be on top loosening while somebody holds the wrench underneath to get the hardware. This will be taken apart in no time, right?
Oh.
Are you licensed to carry that?
No, this one.
Oh boy. Big project this morning on this boat is there used to be a cutout here in front of the motor. That just didn't work for the new layout for this boat because we want railings all the way to the back with some fishing space in between. We'll do a ladder on the starboard side. So my job this morning, I'm gonna have to run to the metal shop. This is 3-inch tall channel. I do like how Benningtons are built with that tall channel, more support, less twist, just a better built boat in most cases. So I gotta take these off. These are just little shorties here. And then we'll move the transom back. I got the engine hoist right behind me. We'll lift this whole thing up, unbolt it, slide it back onto the new cross member that goes all the way across. We'll leave about the same amount of space. I like to leave about 13 to 16 inches because we do have a power tilt on here. 16 inches tends to be the sweet spot where I can still tilt my motor up, not hit the deck trim, but that's gonna give us a flat deck across the back, a straight line to push everything back, make more space, make more out of this 20-foot boat. It's exactly a 20-foot deck. We're gonna get all of that by getting rid of this cutout. We are all wrapped up. This is a big structural piece of C-channel, so 3-inch tall, 3/16 vertical wall, 1/4-inch ears. This is beefy enough that if they ever take this boat off of the lake where it's a 9.9 max horsepower, this will hold just as much as it used to, if not more, because we have a full structure cross member all the way back. But you can see now our last board is gonna come all the way to the back, allowing for walk around space or to push the railings all the way back. We're just about maximizing interior space inside the railings. On Bennington's and some other manufacturers, instead of tar tape, you're gonna see this foam. And I don't know, they didn't even peel back paper. So we'll peel that off. And then this foam, it's a bit of a bugger. What I do, we've got videos on this. You can see it's just breaking apart. But if I get a propane torch and I hit it from the underside, from underneath here, I can actually get it to where I can peel it back, and then I take a scraper and get it as smooth as possible. Bennington put it on every cross member. So we gotta clean them all off, and then we run tar tape on the seams. So every 4 feet where 2 boards meet, we put tar tape in, that way splash and stuff can't get at the seams. The tan vinyl weave floor is installed. Next move for us is we get all the furniture up, unboxed, and ready to start putting together. And then we'll get the railings up, and then we can start with accessories. Our customer wanted Livescope. We're not going to get into the details right now of installing the Livescope unit itself, but this is an option for the Livescope actual rigging and how you can use the sonar with a handle. I'm driving it right now. But what I did is I found online Beat Down Outdoors. I believe this is sold through Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop. This is how we're making it work on this pontoon boat. So everything's adjustable, and we've got it down below. We'll attach the transducer here so we can move around and look at everything. We'll adjust the angle accordingly. That might take some fine tuning over time. But this is the bracket right here, this piece that was attached to the normal mounting. This is a piece of 3" by 1.5" aluminum square tube. And what I did is I installed this bracket so that the transducer part is completely removable, but that is bolted in to the tube, and then the tube, if you look underneath, is bolted through the railings, and now we can move it around and look. So let's go on the inside of the boat, and we'll show you what it looks like from the top side and how we'll adjust and look around with that sonar. So when we're ready to put this on with the transducer, this drops into place. We close and tighten the mechanism, and then from there I can drive this thing and look wherever I need to. I've got a 10" graph right in front of me here on this battery box. We've got a rod locker here, but this is going to allow me to look. I might even be seated. Pardon the mess, this boat is under construction. But I can be seated here looking with my sonar, watching my screen, and then casting to my fish. If you wondered if it was doable on a pontoon, it 100% is. This is one way we did it. You could give it a try. Comment if you found another way to make this happen as well. We're back with this fully restored 2004 Bennington. This is a 20-foot boat, 8-foot wide, and this has been transformed into a customized fishing machine. We've been able to use the last of what we have of our prototype railings. Hopefully these will be out in the fall. It's 2023. It is June now. We did the tan woven floor, stainless steel cleats, LED navigation lights, as well as LED docking lights. This is another option to put them out on the rub rail like this, where they're protected by the nose cone, protected from the trailer. This boat has a brand new 24-volt MinnKota Tarova trolling motor that's got iPilot, so it can be controlled with a little lanyard control from anywhere in the boat. The other big thing, this boat is the first one we've done with Garmin's Livescope. He's going to compete with anybody else on the lake in terms of finding and catching fish. the best stuff is on the inside. Let's climb up and take a look. As you look in the boat, we have fishing rod holders all around the railings, front and back. We have custom welded, lockable, this is a rod locker, so we can store up to 12-foot rods broken down. It's a little over 6 foot long. We have lockable battery boxes up front for the 24-volt system for the trolling motor, as well as some storage in there too. When you look back, we have custom snap-on seat covers. We have a seamstress who makes them in-house. Great option for protecting that investment of your new furniture, as well as keeping everything nice and dry and out of the weather. I'm gonna pull these off and we'll walk through the rest of the boat. With the seat covers off, now you can see how unique this boat really is. We have movable seats for fishing. This customer just preferred this style of seat versus a plush fishing seat, but they're on movable bases. They can go all over the front. We could put an extra one in the back, or we can fold them up and keep them off to the side. One of the coolest things about this boat is that it can be a hardcore fishing machine, but then we can still stack 6 to 8 people in here, comfortably sitting on couches, fishing seats, the captain's chair is a reclining helm chair. We have the large helm from pontoonstuff.com, an 8x8 bimini that's going to give coverage over the console, right to the back of these fishing seats. So gives us all those comforts of a nice cruising pontoon, but the ability to catch fish like nobody's business. We have a second fishing station aside from the front. So we have rod holders in the back for trolling. We have another set of seats. Underneath these seats is a box, a storage box that's lockable, and that holds 2 6-gallon gas tanks, so that one can be removed from the boat and refilled while the other one's being used, so we're never left stranded on the water. All in all, this is a boat that you cannot buy brand new with everything on it set up just the way the customer likes it, and that's one of those benefits of restoring an older pontoon versus buying new. This thing's ready for the water. It's heading back down to Ohio today to get put in its slip and used all summer. Thanks for watching. Remember, if our channel has given you some help, maybe some ideas for your project, please consider contributing to buymeacoffee.com/TomsToons. That's in the link in the description. And you can always save some money if you're shopping for premium furniture like this from pontoonstuff.com by using Tom's Toons at checkout.